Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on all the mods Gravitas. Now, over on the last episode, we were actually able to set this guy up, the Derek, and two oil tanks which are now, well, pretty much both full. So we kinda need to do something with this, and please ignore the fact that I kinda left these guys floating, because I kind of flattened this area out. I actually moved my igneous extruder here, which has been making me stone, so I can actually do this floor, because I kind of like this block. And we're gonna add like some more decorations, but first I kind of need to make a distillation tower, one of these bad boys. So this guy takes a little bit of steel, a little bit of iron, and I've been like kind of busy. You know, I mean, I haven't been busy. This guy has been very busy. I moved again. The excavator up there is now farming us iron. And I guess I can say I have a little bit of iron now. I have this crate right here, completely filled. There's even some bugged out stacks. Yeah, stacks of steel, stacks of iron, some sheets. I think I made some more sheets as well. I should have some more sheets in here. So I think I have enough resources to make that, and I also reinstalled inventory sorter, though it kind of bugs out a little bit with these bad placed stacks, yeah, as you can see. And okay, now that's perfect. Okay, now you can easily see what I have. And yeah, so let's get to work on making the distillation tower. Yeah, but just before we go ahead and do that, I need to move this guy again, because I need copper. And the way I move it is I break one block, so it returns back to its, well, non-machine state, its block state. And then I just use the mining laser to pick this, like, decently fast and easy, because since I have the magnet upgrade, well, I mean, I can pick up a little bit of trash, but I just pick up everything super fast. Yeah, so for some reason I was making this thing correctly. Well, apparently it wasn't. And thanks to Mr. Rennie, or Sreni, over on all the mods Discord, I actually know what's the problem. Yeah, basically, I'm not meant to use these steel scaffolding slabs. I'm meant to use these ones. And they're slightly different. You can see they have like a more detailed top. And you basically pick the normal scaffolding. You take it in and make it like the big one, and then you make it out of slabs. It's kind of weird, and he also told me to make this guy, which actually allows me to... How do I actually move this guy up though? Oh, I guess I'm meant to... Yeah, I guess I'm meant to actually like place it like here. Let's see if it fits. Yep, there you go. Now it's asking me to place these guys. Yes. Now, what would happen if I place the wrong one? If I place the wrong one, yeah, it tells you that that's the wrong one. Yeah, so this will actually help into making a lot of these bigger machines, because they can be quite complicated to build. So yeah, you kind of want to make this. This is called the projector. Yeah, and then it tells you, well, it's done. So you can just right click it and boom. Now I kind of want to get rid of that. So yep, there we go. And we have our distillation tower. And there we go. Now the problem now is the crude oil turns into several different things. Like it turns into sulfurized diesel, kerosene, and naphtha. Now I want sulfurized diesel, because I want to use a high pressure unit with sulfurized diesel and water to give me diesel, like regular diesel. I can also get cracked lubricant, which I guess I can take into another distillation tower. So I'll probably have to make, I think I need to make like 3 or something. Oh yes, and I also need a chest here. I think I need something like 3 distillation towers, because if you take a look here at the high pressure unit, if you put sulfurized diesel, we get diesel. That's what we want, right? But we can get sulfurized diesel from cracked lubricant, because we get, yeah, right here. But we'll be getting kerosene. Kerosene needs to be turned into something else, so it turns into some other things. Like you can keep cycling this until you get sulfurized diesel, but you can get a whole bunch of different other things. So guys, this was actually a little bit complicated to figure it out, because it has a lot of sides that I think it would input and output. So basically, from this face, this is where you want to input what you want. Like in this case, I'm inputting in sulfurized diesel right over here. Then I have a fluid router here, which is basically going to allow me to control what I do with this, with all these naphtha and kerosene and lubricant. I had to waste like the lubricant in order to reach this, and I actually got a bucket of this. Can I like toss it into you? Nope, I cannot. Okay. And well, I got sulfurized diesel coming south, which means this pipe probably got up like routed underneath the stone, so I don't have to walk over it. And then I actually sent lubricant over onto this way, so that we can pipe it down as well and put it into some other machines. And then we have water coming in from this pretty setup, which is not really that pretty, which is basically using a create mechanical pump to extract water here into the high pressure refinery unit, and also into our crops on the inside. And yeah, it should also output sulfur. Yep, we have some sulfur dust, which you can turn into gunpowder or copper grit. And sulfur dust with ethanol gives me herbicide, whatever that is. But yeah, we got now 12 buckets of diesel. Now this diesel can actually be immediately processed into, well, our diesel, or well, not this guy, the diesel generator, this bad boy over here. So I'm probably gonna build a second one, because this one's like keeps getting like teleported everywhere. Now it's here, then it's somewhere else, then it's like here, or over here, then or over here. Like I bring them everywhere I need them to mine. So right now I think I'm gonna fill the gap here, or maybe even on the outside, of having this guy power another diesel generator. That diesel generator is going to basically repower all my machines inside. But the problem with that is that as soon as this guy gets full, it stops working. So he still has a lot of crude oil, and I actually lost half because I accidentally broke this tank, and that was a pain, because I lost like 500 buckets of this, and that is a lot of diesel. But yeah, now kerosene over here, we can actually still do something with kerosene. Yep, this guy, who, if we put it into the refinery, we can then turn it into refined fuel. And this is what we're gonna need to, well, to fuel our rocket to get into space. So we actually need to make a refinery here. It's gonna put naphtha and kerosene, so it's gonna pull two of them into refined fuel. And we got, yeah, I just need the place to the lubricant. I just need to, lubricant can actually still be turned into something useful, because if you put it into another one of these high pressure refinery units, we're gonna get basically an paraffix wax, basically like honey to copper, mix it with water, but you get cracked lubricant. And if it goes into a distillation tower, we'll get kerosene and sulfurized diesel, which means kerosene can then be outputted with this kerosene in order to make the other fuel. So I guess we only need one more distillation tower and one more high pressure refinery unit, and I think we're set. And so guys, it was right around this point that my OBS decided to troll me, and the rest of the video that I had was black. Yep, all black. So guess I'm gonna have to make a quick recap of what I did in the rest of the video and give you guys a little bit more. And if we take a look back here, there's some more things going on. Well, we've had the derrick, or no, that's the derrick. Yeah, we have the distillation tower over here. We had this, the high pressure refinery unit, and with this fluid router, I started to send things places. Now, I'm storing right now lubricant, because this guy needs to go into one high pressure refinery unit, and then the output needs to go into another one of these, another distillation tower, and that the output of that tower can go into here, into this refinery, because this refinery is using kerosene and naphtha to make me refined fuel. This is the fuel that we're going to need for the rocket. And if you take a look at my inventory, you can see we already have a tier 1 rocket, we already have a mask, and the rest of this suit. Now, how did I make the rocket? Because the rocket, of course, takes a bunch of stainless steel. That's kind of easy to do, sort of. The only real issue is that you need chromium, and I needed to go and grab tons of chromium, but then just slap it into the arch furnace, and the arch furnace does the stainless steel. Then, of course, you need tons and tons of hammering in order to make, especially the tanks. The tanks take a lot of steel, but they're easy afterwards. And then you need red steel. The red steel is also made using the arch furnace with weak red steel ingots and black steel. The black steel, of course, takes steel and weak steel. Weak steel takes black bronze, nickel, and steel. And black bronze takes copper, gold, and silver. So you can probably see that I had to use a lot my arch furnace, and it actually simplified most of the processing to make this, because you can go pretty much all the way from steel to red steel. Of course, you cannot make like these double sheets yet. I don't know if they're going to add automation to this. Please do. But nonetheless, we can go all the way up to the ingots, and I think I still have a decent amount of red ingots. The blue ones I still need to do. Yeah, we still have a good amount of the red ones. As we can see, we can probably do some things. I think if we hammer this guy in an anvil, we make a bucket. Or how do we make a bucket? Because there's probably maybe is a double sheet that makes a bucket. Maybe, yeah, one of these guys. And a double sheet, hammer down. No, that's actually okay. That's not even the one. So a red steel bucket. Oh, it's just a single sheet. Yeah, there you go. So we can still make one of those buckets. We probably have to make one, so we make more normal buckets. We have the oxygen mask, which takes a little bit of steel and iron. The spacesuit. These guys mostly take a little bit of wool, so you probably need to start getting some wool. And steel and iron. This is a pretty basic recipe. Like, if you have wool and some iron, it's pretty basic. And another thing that was actually annoying me was the oxygen loader. This guy was not working. Not working at all. I tried piping in water, was not working. I went all the way over there to the ocean, got some water, wasn't working. And the only way I got this to work was actually with an infinite water source I made. So I had to use this infinite water source to load in a barrel. You just right click with the barrel in your hand, it's gonna fill up, place it here, and then it actually started making some oxygen. I can actually go ahead and fill this guy back up, because yes, believe it or not, I've been to space and it was all black. But fear not, because we're gonna go again. Yeah. Now, I actually found what is a village. Yeah, I actually found a village, but there's a little bit of an issue right now with the villagers. Is that they trade for regular emeralds, these ones. They don't trade with cut emeralds. Luckily, I still have some of these. Oh yeah, you can see I have moonstone and moon cheese, by the way. So hopefully we can use these to trade a little bit with the villagers. I really want them to fix the villagers. I hope they do in the next update, so we can actually like make a proper trading hall or something like that. They're kind of funny looking as well. And yeah, I think I can go ahead and show you guys what's like in space. But also another thing I noticed, and I'm not sure, and I'm actually gonna have to do that. I'm not sure if we can sleep on the moon. I really hope that we can, and I'm probably gonna try and make it with the sleeping bag, because the night there is very, very different from the night here. So yeah, we got our NASA workbench. This is where I made my rocket. You just put these things together and the rocket, it's immediately like in the output. So you just pick it up. Then you want to put a rocket launch pad, put right click the rocket in. You want to shift right click and put a bucket here. One bucket is enough to fully fill the tier 1 rocket. I'm guessing the other ones probably needed a little bit more fuel. So I can go ahead and pick up the bucket. And it is very, very important that you take another bucket with you. And another launch pad. I already left a launch pad there. Back on the moon. You know, because I had got back here, right? And hopefully I can go and find it again. I noticed that I didn't land here when I came back. I landed all the way over here in this forest. So that's a little bit of an issue that I really don't like. But let's go ahead and go to the moon for the second time. But yeah, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It's gonna take a while. As you can see on the left, it's gonna take us go all the way up there. And then it's gonna pop up a menu for us to choose where we want to go. There we go. This is a menu. And the first place you want to go, it is to the sun. We cannot go here because this is Glacio and we need a tier 4 rocket, but we want to go to the sun, or to the solar system, I should say. And then we can see that we have more planets than just Earth. We can only go to Earth, and we can go to Earth or the moon. And we can go to orbit, which I don't really know what this means. And we can also build a space station. But I do not yet have Dash. As soon as I have Dash, I will be making these space stations. So we're gonna go to the moon right here. It's gonna load us in. Yep, and we're falling, and we need to hold on space. Because if we do not hold space, you can see that we get a ton of speed. And you can see the place where I found the village is a little bit far away, and it's already getting nighttime, so hopefully I can get there fast enough. But yeah, we gotta go, taking down some space. Oh, we're landing. Oh, we're landing on top of the other shuttle. Is there a way to like... Oh, there is. There is actually a way to break this. Okay, good. Okay, so we land here. That's good to know. And now let me go over there to that village. Now, as you can see, this area is very flat most of the times. And there's a village. I'll show you there. And you can see probably from the minimap there's a lot. Oh, yep. There's a lot of mobs and they're starting to spawn on the surface. Can we sleep? This would be a no. Yeah, we cannot sleep on the moon. That's bad. And unless you have a bow, you really don't want to mess with these guys because they have range. And there's also those guys, the blitzes. Oh, one just hit me. Oh no. Yeah, they have range, and I do not have a bow. I have a sword, and these guys hit very hard because my armor, it doesn't actually have any enchantments, which I really should have enchanted it. And this is an entrance to a village. This is your first village, and you can already see there's a villager right here, and they look kind of funny. They're regular villagers. As you can see, they have regular traits and levels, and there's librarians as well, which is pretty good. And I also noticed that they start with a lot more traits than normal, so I'm wondering if they have just more traits in general, or if they only have these traits. And there's like iron blocks here if you really need iron, and you can see there's emeralds, there's gold, there's more iron. There's also a different type of steel, but I believe it works the same. But I'm really looking to this guy because he has a bucket of cod. I want to buy it just to see, can we have water on the moon? I don't know. They also have like nether trees here. I don't really know why. You can have water on the moon, and it's a free bucket. There we go. I just got myself another bucket thanks to that amazing guy. Thank you, sir. Now, this is why I brought my laser, is that so we can start mining down here, because there's a new ore, and I think we just, no, that's cheese, right? I'm pretty sure that's just cheese. Now, this shouldn't have gravity, so soul soil doesn't have gravity. This is cheese, right? Yeah, this is cheese. So we have cheese ore, which if we melt in the redstone furnace, for example, we get cheese, which I believe is actually like a food, but it has an expiration date like the other ones, which is a little bit sad, but it's all right. And we're out here mainly to find two things. First one is dash. I need to find this so we can actually upgrade our rocket, and so we can actually build a space station. And the second thing we need is quartz. We need to find a meteor, which I believe this is the only place we can actually find the meteor, because we need to find the quartz to start an applied energistics system. And in order to get this charged quartz, you need quartz. In order to get quartz, you kind of need to grow it, and to get this charged quartz, you need to crush something. And yeah, it's a tedious process to get this, but first we need to find a crash site of one of these meteors. Hey, lo and behold, there's one right up there in the map. Now we only need to probably fight to a horde of mobs, and maybe we get lucky, or I can just wait for daytime here. Also, if you try to collect the furnace from here, it's gonna pop as a one of these things, so don't break the furnaces. You can, I think you can still use them, but yeah, you should not break them. So I'm just gonna go around and collect some of these resources, and while I wait for daytime, and then we're gonna get out of here. Well, one quick side note, I think I just broke the game, so I decided to invest my emeralds in this fisherman. Get a ton of, well, water buckets, you know, so I'm gonna empty these buckets out. Probably here or somewhere like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna empty them out. I don't really believe in cod, so I'm just gonna empty the buckets out. There you go. I'm gonna get free food, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna get free cod, but I traded with him for a campfire. That guy gave me a campfire. I'm not kidding. For 1 emerald, give me a campfire. This means I can cook my food without wasting anything. No, they're being invaded. No. Oh, okay, don't hit me. Oh my god. They're trying to kill my guys. Oh, I guess that those hits actually count as arrows, because now I have arrows on me. Look at that in all its beauty. Some skystone. Finally. Finally. Okay, so we got some flux blocks. We got the chest that gives us some quartz. Can we grab the chest? Oh, we can. That's good. Okay, so this is still like the older version of getting this. Now we actually need to grind this into dust, and then we can cycle it, because 1 dust makes 2 Certus quartz, and then the Certus quartz goes into water for 20 minutes, comes out as normal quartz. So we're gonna make a contraption to farm this when we're back at home. Okay, I'm super low on HP. I didn't find dash, so I'm getting out of here and coming back for it, because yeah, these guys hit very hard, and I don't have enchantments, so maybe I'll get those. Also guys, in the name of science, I'll try to see if the campfire works, and it doesn't. Okay. So the campfire is, well, decoration at least, and an infinite like light source, because I don't think it will expire. Now I think the first ones we're actually gonna like sit them in the water, and you can see the progress right here. It's close, and I already think I have a good setup that's gonna allow us to get a lot more just by AFKing. But what we really need to have is a crystal growth accelerator. So I'm gonna check the recipe for that and see if we can make it, because that's gonna like speed up the process a lot more. And I realized we still need to find 3 other meteors, mainly because we do not have enough presses for everything. If you take a look at press, yeah, we need this one, this one, this one, this. I mean, we have this one. We have the calculation press, but we need the logic and the silicon and the engineering press. So we still need to find 3 extra meteorites, and maybe we'll have them. So I was looking into the rover right here. I'm not so sure how he works. Is actually quite cheap to do, so I may want to do it. It takes 3 buckets of fuel. Well, I have 11 buckets now. So yeah, and buckets are really going to be needed, by the way, in case you're wondering why I have so many buckets. Because the next tier of the rockets, they take a lot of fuel. Like, they take a lot of fuel. So we're gonna need a lot of buckets. So this is the setup I have. I made an inscriber, and this guy, if you, well, toss this thing into here, you can see that it's gonna start to smash it, basically. It's gonna give us the Certus quartz. Now, I want to put a brass funnel here. Oh, I just realized something. We actually need to mix this also. Okay, so we're gonna need create here. Okay, I did not remember this. Yeah, I'm gonna need create here. Oh, okay, so... Well, but the setup is kind of similar. I guess I just need some belts. Yeah, I'll just need some belts, and I can actually incorporate another thing that I was thinking about. Okay, I think I have a working contraption. Let's hope this actually works. So basically, we have the accumulator here, which is going to pick up the Certus quartz. Then the Certus quartz comes in, gets put into this inscriber. I may or may not need to change this into a brass funnel. Hopefully I don't. Then after it gets smashed into the dust, gets put into the belt again. I need to remove this. Maybe with a block. I think it did remove it with a block here. Okay, yeah. But then basically it's going to input the items into the basin. Oh, that's right. My bad. I'm missing the hopper here. Yeah, there you go. This is what I want. I want a hopper here. Yeah, it removed it. Now this is how I'm going to be inputting in sand. And then I also have a recipe filter, so this is actually not right. I'll try with this. Maybe the brass funnel needs to go into there. We'll see. And then it's going to pop it into here. And we can try it with these ones. They should still be growing there. They are. And you can see they're not getting picked up by that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in this sand right here. And yeah, there we go. That's bad. Yeah, I need to change this so it only notices this. There we go. And I'm not sure if it actually matches the percentage. Hopefully it doesn't. So let's try again with 1 piece of sand. Okay, now it didn't throw it out. I'm hoping this works. We'll try it with putting 1 Certus quartz into here. And it's somehow, for some reason, not getting powered. Why? Oh, well, I didn't actually quite catch it, but it worked. So we can toss another one. And then I'm gonna try and toss it and check for the full thing. It's not outputting until it's dust. It's get converted with sand and gets tossed out. And whenever they get full, oh, they got picked up, right? Oh yeah, it did get picked up. There we go. And the system is working. Now I just need to be careful so I don't pick those guys up by accident. And now I just need to keep this guy filled with a decent amount of sand, and we should have a lot of quartz. And guys, I guess with that a major setback I had, I think that's all the time we're gonna have for today. This may or may not be a shorter episode. I don't really know because of how it ended up being made, but hopefully you guys still enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and see ya in the next one. Bye.